You know, it's crazy because even though a bunch of the dev team is allegedly on a break, the Minecraft updates, they start coming and they don't stop coming. Minecraft Preview 1.21.100.22. Tons of brand new big updates, including potentially the beginning of the big mob overhaul and just maybe a sky update feature. What's even more crazy is we didn't even get a chance to talk about it. In fact, by the time we talk about this preview, there might be another one out now with even more context. And if there is, you stay tuned. We'll be talking about it very soon. Smash that like button, double check, and make sure you're subscribed. You want to check out my survival world. It's going crazy. And it's tragic. Only like 30% of you who watch these videos are actually subscribed. So I want to kick today's video off with tridents. So there was a big issue with tridents inside of 1.21.90, the ghast update. Basically, trident killers, they were completely broken. We talked all about this trident killer madness inside of this video right here. Maybe you already saw it. With that fix happening inside of a hotfix, that meant trident killers inside of the preview just completely broken. 1.21.100.22 went ahead and made the same change to projectiles that was made inside of the hotfix. This means those fancy trident removers that make your mob farm absolutely overpowered, well, they should actually be back and working again. Go on and get out of here, you vile scum of the earth. Funnily enough, because it was added in the hotfix, the dentist painting, the 3x3 Sarah Boving new one, and doesn't exist in the preview at all still. Like, I've been trying to get it, and I don't think it's here. Inside of the ghast update, leashes were one of the big focuses, receiving a massive overhaul. They have so many problems. Another problem that the leash has been having over on Bedrock Edition has to do with the sounds and where the location for these sounds was playing. Basically, you couldn't hear mobs being unleashed because the sound would play all the way over at the mob. So if I was like really far away or just something happened, you wouldn't hear this fancy new sound. Like, oh my god, I love it. It sounds so good. Now the sound will play at the player every time, which means you'll be able to hear the leash unleashing way more. Wow. So exciting, right? Biomes in Minecraft. There are many biomes. In fact, most biomes, they have this thing called, well, it's this little thing called the grass. You might have heard about it before. Now, when we have this little thing called grass in Minecraft, if it's inside of a biome and is uncovered, it is not shaded at all. However, if blocks are placed above something in Minecraft, so for example, we have gigantic floating platform, well then down below that platform, the ground will end up getting shaded, sometimes pretty heavily. Inside of the 0.100.22 preview, there was a feature added that could potentially reshape Minecraft. At least I think. Now for this one, I want to throw it back to the creaking update, but honestly, the happy ghast update or any other recent update would do. We have to take a look at the technical changes that happen usually on Bedrock Edition, because every time, consistently, like literally with every one of the drops that Mojang has dropped in the past year, before the next drop began. So like the week before Minecraft Live where the happy ghast was announced, there were technical capabilities dropped into Bedrock Edition that would have actually allowed the happy ghast to exist. What I'm saying here is the technical groundwork that is being laid in the previews, like right now, well, there's a very high chance that something inside of the previews will relate to whatever the devs are going to do in the next update or drop. Inside of this preview, a very intriguing technical update was added to the game that I wonder what the actual point of it is. Biomes. Updated Minecraft grass appearance component with grass is shaded variable to true if it adds a shading effect to the grass as if there was a roof. Now currently, as it was found inside of the preview files by LateLagMC, this new biome component is used inside of the roofed forest biome. Dark oak forest biome, excuse me. Of course, we have shaded grass inside of this biome. But from all of my testing with this week's preview running around inside of the dark oak forest biome, the grass shading does not seem to be any different than it is inside of the full release update 1.21.92. Or at least if there is some kind of difference, I'm really not able to notice the change here. On top of that, grass inside of the roofed forest biome has kind of always worked the same, and this is of course not the only biome in which grass is sometimes popping up underneath some relatively dense canopies. Why add a new grass functionality to the game that seemingly isn't very useful right now? Well, baby, let's think about the future. Let's say maybe there was something generating up in the sky. When it generates up in the sky, unfortunately, all the way down on the ground, we're going to get this insane shading effect on the grass block, or for that matter, just any other block in the game in general. This shading effect could kind of kill the vibe of the surface here, maybe allowing mobs to spawn, and of course just making random patches of your world really, really dark. If we wanted to get around that from happening and say, allow things to generate way high up in the air, but not have shaded ground down below it, well, we need a block component like is shaded. Look, man, you correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe this kind of component exactly is what we would need to have in the game to allow something to be in the sky and not shade the ground. Look, there are tons of things lately that hint at something coming to the game's sky soon. I mean, even just take the happy ghast. Why in the world do we need a mob that will let us fly around the sky and reach new heights? After all, if there are absolutely no new heights in the game. With this component being dumped into the game for the grass block, it is very easy to expand this component out into, well, really any other block in the game as well. What do you think? Do you think Mojang is going to be putting something in the sky very soon? Tell me all about your takes, thoughts, down in the comments below, or over on the community tab. It's a new thing I unlocked on the channel, and it's pretty sweet. You guys can make posts over there. Recently, inside of the Minecraft preview, we've got a brand new menu overhaul taking place. The audio settings, it's UI, brand new, fancy. You know, but every one of these other menus right here is very old, crusty, and really out of date. Well, based off of some of the stuff that has been found inside of the files of the recent updates, that might not be the case for very much longer. Smokey Stack the Legend. Inside of the settings, arguably the video section menu is probably the most used setting. Like, especially with the Vibrant Visuals update, you're probably heading into the video settings menu the most, if anything. It looks like the menu update is going to be going full throttle very soon because we have a menu code found for UI for the video settings piece too. If it's not already in the game by the time I end up dropping this video, I imagine that it will end up looking something like the audio settings menu right here. I hope they don't make separate screens for every menu though. That seems like it's going to get a little crazy. I feel like we could utilize this space over here, right? With this all happening, this makes me think that more and more UI will be popping up into the game until the end of the year. Happy ghast. Oh, this poor unsuspecting creature. Oh, it's just so peaceful and happy to finally be thriving. What monster? There would be no monster that would ever slaughter the happy ghast, especially considering the fact that inside of the full update, it does not drop any experience at all. That's right, even the child. No experience will be dropped from the happy ghast inside of the update all about it. That's a huge parity problem. I think it's kind of funny that we have basically one thing inside of this new update, and even that one thing isn't imperative. On Minecraft Java Edition, it's not technically efficient, but it is absolutely viable to make a happy ghast experience farm. These things will drop 1 to 3 experience every single time you take them out. I'm not sorry, whoever pointed this out is an absolute monster. Happy ghast on Bedrock Edition will now drop experience every time you take it out, except you're actually encouraged to do it on Bedrock. It drops 2 to 3 experience. Wait, no, I had it backwards. Java Supremacy. Happy ghast XP farm on Java drops 2 to 3 experience. It's so much more efficient. Oh, this mob chart blocking this beautiful, like legitimately most beautiful Minecraft mountain that I have ever seen. Get that chart out of here. The mob chart, mob spawning stuff. We've been talking about it for a long time now, wondering, waiting for it to begin over on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Well, it looks like at last, the devs are doing it. Mob spawning on Minecraft Bedrock Edition is changing forever in huge ways very soon. So check this out. Inside of the preview right now, if I go ahead and take this mob out, unfortunately, when it passes away, I mean, I don't know. I can't tell. Does it look a little bit different to you? And I believe this applies to literally every mob in the entire game because allegedly, no, I won't do it to you. There has been some sort of change inside of this week's preview that involves the act of Minecraft mobs passing away. Inside of the changelog, it was announced right here that starting in 1.21.100, we're gradually enabling engine changes to mob death behavior. This refactor shouldn't affect gameplay, but we'll monitor it. It's sort of like we were talking about earlier with the shading of the sky. The smaller changes, they usually show off the big changes that are coming next. But I mean, we don't even need cryptic hints for this one. It's literally all about the mob rework. If mob spawning is going to be readjusted, the devs might as well work on everything else involving mobs as well. Another happy ghast change that we've got here. Go ahead and listen. Do you hear the wind blowing? Oh my god, it's so loud. Okay, well, not actually, but flying a happy ghast has gotten a little bit more windy inside of this update. I almost completely forgot to mention that one. It's not like I was too busy slaughtering the happy ghast. No, I wasn't doing that. Grass shading, more advanced blocks, it all kind of goes hand in hand. Inside of this update, we also have a new component that is ready and fully done to go. Minecraft Random Offset. This is a once experimental component that is all about randomized offset for blocks. This component relates to, I believe, two different things. Not only when I place a flower, we get that like random block placement on a block, but also certain blocks in Minecraft that have a randomized rotation. Maybe grass isn't one of those blocks. Maybe it is. I don't know. No, it definitely is. Take a look at these two blocks right here. The light green pixel in the corner, light green pixel in the corner. It's only on one of them. The block rotates randomly. This component to being out of experimental and in the full game means blocks can now be way more advanced on Bedrock, kind of like they've been able to be on Java for a long time. Last things last today, I want to take a look at the mechanic that, of course, everybody uses all the time inside of their Minecraft world. Yeah, for sure, absolutely. Fishing. It's so fun, so interactive, immersive. Nice. So if you use this thing, even as much as I do, which is literally never, right off the bat inside of Vibrant Visuals, the default look of Minecraft, the fishing rod line is way thicker. Well, and that's because they made the line thicker. That's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Smash that like button, subscribe, and let's just take another look at this massive mountain. That is beautiful. My links are in the description. Smash all of them, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.